Honey Nutter, that was the last battle. Don't worry, I'm updating the faction picks now. Even though I don't quite remember what they were. We're going to update it. Thank you so much for that for that subscription, Forscarn. 2 months of subscriptions, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind, and I appreciate it. Now, blue player, Alrik Raw, Wood Elves versus green skins from Evenstar. Blue faction, Wood Elves. Boom. All right, so let's start with our blue player, RTK, Alrik Raw. Going to have a front line consisting of 4 Dryads. Going to have Glade Riders with spears, 2 of them. Got 2 Wild Riders, both of one with shields, 1 without shields. We're going to have 4 Eternal Guard. Looks like 1 with shields, 3 without. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts. Also going to be looking at a leadership contingent that will consist of a Spellsinger of Life floating around here. She is going to be bringing Earthblood and nothing else. And then we have Dryka. She's going to have her Dryad summon, as well as Penumbral Pendulum. Now that's going to round out this Wood Elf army, so let's see what the Greenskins have brought for us. Forscarn, we've been here for a couple hours. This is the best of 5 final, and we just got through 2 best of 3 semifinals. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the Greenskins, and we're getting into action here. Our red player, VM Evenstar, going to have a front line of Orc Biggins and Orc Boys in the center. Orc Biggins on the 2 flanks. Got 2 Wolf Rider Archers, 2 Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and the same combination on the right flank. We're going to have Goblin Wolf Chariots, looks like 1 on either flank. Going to have some Orc Boar Boy Biggins, 2 of them, one of which will be the Broken Tusk Mob Regiment for now. Got the 8 Peak Loonies, and then we're going to be seeing Wurzag on top of Spleen Rippa, his lovely boar mount. Going to be bringing Effigy to get, as well as Headbutt and Fist of Gork with Gaze of Mork and all of his usual passives. So, that rounds out our forces, and here comes the battle. Experiencing a little bit of lag right there, but it looks like it's smoothing out right about now. Orc Boy's taking a lot of damage, going down below half health to these Glade Guards who are focus firing them on the approach. But, as you so often see with these initial huge damage, with the initial damage being dealt by a very heavy ranged faction, oftentimes it will peter out once everything gets into melee combat. But right now, it looks like Dryka using her summon and those archer fires to win some quick engagements with Dryads. Over here, Wood Elves pulling back with their Cav and large units, just trying to stick with a semicircle kind of formation in the front, and then using the Cav in the back line to protect anything from coming in. And it looks like Glade Riders with spears are going to be diving into Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Nice clean charge from both players. In comes Eternal Guard infantry support though. Going to be see a Penumbral Pendulum coming through the Orc Boys. And right now Dryka and the Wood Elves, I think, have just done a very good job of eliminating a lot of the greenskin chaff infantry through magic and focus fire. And now the infantry advantage seems to be going to the Wood Elves with the Dryads. As they just win engagement after engagement across the infantry line. Alright, Glade Riders trying to intercept the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Wild Riders in combat with Forest Goblin Spider Riders too. But the frontline engagement is just really knock on well for the Greenskins, and right now the balance of power is starting to pick up steam for our blue player, RTK Alrik Raw. Over here, Dryad summon, hitting these Forest Goblin Spider Riders from the rear, and as you can see, they're kind of like spread out across that entire blue line, and just not enjoying life right now, losing a lot of models that were getting dragged down there. Over here, Forest Goblin Spider Riders also getting repulsed, or repelled, I should say. And but looking to see some cracks here in the Wood Elves army as Wild Riders begin to rout. Some Dryads have been routing. Orc Boar Boy Biggins have been dealt with. Oh no, look at this. Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet, getting just destroyed by Dryka. He has a lot of physical resistance, but she does magical damage. So in other words, she degaff. And right now we're going to see the Greenskin leader shattered, running from the field. And that is never a good sign when you're less than 5 minutes into the battle and you're the Greenskins. However, they still have plenty of stuff on the field, but just a question of will it be enough? Can the Greenskins pull this off without a leader on the field? There goes the second Dryad summon from Dryka. Goblin Wolf Chariots beginning to rout here. Evenstar going to concede defeat, and that's going to be a very clean victory to RTK Alrik. Say start to finish, he had some really good momentum going on the approach. Like I was saying in the initial stages of the fight there, so often you see this like overwhelming Glade Guard Starfire Shafts do some like impressive damage initially, but then the gap is closed and the army gets overwhelmed and there's no way the Wood Elves protect all 5 of them. But in this case they did. Like, they did a great job protecting them. They did a good job of focusing between first 2 of the Orc boys coming down the center. They got them low enough to where as soon as the Dryads went into that combat, it was game over before it started, because the Orc boys were down half health in a fight they would lose anyways, even if they were full health. So that just gave them, you know, like, basically he was able to win the center engagement quickly enough to where he could turn around and deal with the flanks in turn. And also got to give a shout out to just how the 2 Wild Riders and the 2 Glade Riders were used very effectively to eliminate the threat of all these Forest Goblin Spider Riders coming around the rear. So, I mean, Evenstar, excellent player, as we all know. But I think in terms of this battle, Alrik really had momentum start to finish and executed that to near perfection. So, beautiful game, well played to him, and we'll see what happens in round 2 of this best of 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with Evenstar, our red player, who's going to be in red. Player in red. Okay, so we got 2 flagellants. We're going to have some spearmen, 1, 2. We're going to have 4 swordsmen, by the looks of it. They're just moving around. Looks like we have 2 archers, 2 knights of the blazing sun, 2 units of pistoliers, and then this is where it gets fun. 2 mortars, Hellstorm rocket battery, Amethyst wizard, Spirit Leech with Doom and Darkness. Up in the air we do have Boris Todbringer, son of Midland. He is going to be flying his griffin into battle with the Midland Runefang, hold the line, Blood Roar, and Encourage. It's going to round out our force for the Empire, and now it's time to take a look at the Greenskin threat, being led by RTK Alrik, who's currently up 1-0. 8 Peak Loonies, Orc Biggins, Orc Boys, 1, 2. Okay, so 4 Orc Boys and 2 Orc Biggins, if I counted that right. It might be off, but then we're going to have a Goblin Rock Lobber, 2 Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and Mogrim's Magi Marauders. Forest Goblin Spider Rider. And what else do we have here? It just looks like the leadership and the monster, which is going to be an Arachnarok Queen. We have a Night Goblin Shaman down here. Going to be bringing the Wand of Jet, as well as Gorkle Fixit, Itchy Nuisance, and Vindictive Glare. And then where did the Lord go? Everybody's favorite Lord in the world forever now. Honey Nutter, thank you so much for the follow. We got Grom the Praunch. He's going to be bringing the Axe of Grom, as well as the Lucky Banner. The Great Un is here, and Language of the Boys. Yeah, why is everybody so obsessed with Grom? Come on, people. I know I'm a hipster and I play Azag, but like, there's other greenskin lords that are good. Okay, here we go. Hellstorm rocket battery just making a joke out of these goblin rock lobbers. Empire taking an interesting approach, no doubt about it. Over here, Amethyst Wizard taking a lot of damage. I imagine some of it as due to miscast, but I'm guessing he also took a Vindictive Glare right on the chin, if I had to guess. Over here, Pistolier is going to be skirmishing against Grom the Paunch. Grom the Paunch going to be running around doing what he always does. Knights of the Blazing Sun with some Spearmen are being deployed to screen out the encroaching greenskin threat. And we'll see what happens. Over here, Spearmen now getting targeted. Nice shot to their flank by the greenskin skirmish cav. Boris Toddbringer coming out looking like he wants a piece of the action, going right after the Night Goblin Shaman, going to try and eliminate magic from the field for the greenskins, but going to think better of it as all of these greenskin reinforcements come into play. Ragnarok Queen looking to take a bite out of his lovely bird. Empire continuing to do some deadly skirmishing against the greenskins here. But will it be enough? Orc Boy's getting on top of the Pistoliers for a minute there. Oh, looks like Evenstar may have missed his micro for just a moment there. Greenskins trying to capitalize with Poison Spider Riders, but Knights of the Blazing Sun coming in with a huge counter charge, and the Greenskins, now it's their turn to be suffering from their lack of micro. And look at that, Knights of the Blazing Sun just destroying those Forest Goblin Spider Riders on the charge. We will see if they get pulled out of there or not. Orc Boys are coming in to try and help out against that very elite heavy cav from the Empire. Mortars firing away, Hellstorm rocket battery firing away, doing a lot of damage. Coming over here back to the Empire left flank or the Greenskin right flank, we see that Boris Todbringer continuing his focus on the Night Goblin Shaman. Knights of the Blazing Sun getting in combat with Grom the Paunch. They do have fire damage, which would help them. Orc Boys getting here too, though, and now Gork will fix it. And Itchy Nuisance looked like it was down on top of these guys. Mortars getting focused in on top of the Orc Boys, and some nice screening here from the Empire State troops, allowing the Knights of the Blazing Sun to withdraw and fight another day. Over here, Boris Todbringer taking a ton of damage, but getting up in the air just before Grom got his charge off. And it looks like he, too, is going to be able to retreat and fight another day, as he does have that lovely regeneration. Orc Boy Biggins, actually, coming in after the Amethyst Wizard. The Empire, got to be careful here. Amethyst Wizard going to be a key player. It's the early stages of the game, and both players are really desperately trying to eliminate magic from the roster of their opponent. The longer this battle is going on, though, the more and more value these Empire mortars are racking up. We won't see it in the kill count, but I'm sure in the damage value in the post-battle screen, we are going to see that these mortars have just gotten so much value. Greenskins continuing to work the flanks and are trying to find a way in. And I have to give them some credit here. Ooh! Another Vindictive Glare going down. Not getting the best connection, but still knocking the Amethyst Wizard over. But, yeah, the Greenskins now, if they can, keep the pressure up on the flanks, start trying to shut down the artillery in the back line with like spider hatchlings like this, then they may be able to pull this off, especially with the Ragnarok Queen as healthy as it is and Grom the Paunch as healthy as he is, because really, I mean, they don't have anything to shoot these guys down. They need to rely on Boris Todbringer to do it, and right now Boris is in no position to commit to melee combat right now, which is buying the Ragnarok Queen a lot of time to get terror routes, to supporting the infantry, and also to just eliminate knights from the field, because the Ragnarok Queen is just a heavy knight killer. Boris Todbringer going in for a charge, and just as quickly trying to pull out and get out of here, but ooh, the Ragnarok Queen, getting blocked by Grom. An unfortunate event for the Greenskins, but now Grom going in after the Hellstorm rocket battery. Got the Orc Boys diving in here to shut them down for good, and it looks like a Spider Hatchling summon coming in on top of this mortar. Going to shut that artillery off, possibly for good, unless these Knights of the Blazing Sun or somebody else can turn around and get supported, but it looks like they are too distracted with Grom the Paunch, and now it just looks like RTK Alrik Rawl doing a good job of just slowly but surely keeping the pressure up, and he has overwhelmed the Empire State Troops front lines, and is now just in the back line, eliminating a lot of valuable artillery, eliminating the archers, and without that killing power, the infantry here for the Greenskins is going to carry the day, along with Grom and the Arachnarok Queen, of course. But oh, look at this! Boris. Noble combat, but it looks like he will be losing it. Oh, never mind. The Queen not wanting to continue the fight, pulling away for some reason. They just agreed to go their separate ways. I see. Ooh! Overcast Doom and Darkness going to cost a lot of health to be lost from the Amethyst Wizard. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see. Boris going to continue healing. Gotta give him that, but Grom the Paunch is also continuing to heal. Deathcaster looks like trying to get a Spirit Leech off on top of the Arachnarok Queen, perhaps. Vindictive Blare going down on Boris, but it's going to whiff it. It's going to be a complete miss. And yeah, now the Deathcaster should be dead to rights. No more Spirit Leeches, no more Doom and Darknesses going to be coming in from the Empire, and balance of power really getting away from Evenstar now. Gorge will fix it going down here, decreasing the charge speed and bonus, and just speed, period. Force Todbringer down to a measly 47. I think that's all she wrote, ladies and gents. The Deathcaster came back online. And Knights of Blazing Sun not even able to prevent themselves from shattering against these dreaded Forest Goblin Spider Raiders. And that's going to be the shatter. Flagellant's the only thing hanging on for the field. Yeah, confirmed. Yeah, well played. Both of these players. The Greenskins there hanging in. I mean, the Empire is really giving it to them there for like the first half of the battle. But I think just some good patience and discipline on display there from Alrik, able to keep his focus and, you know, pull out the win in the end, in spite of taking a lot of damage early on, just from some very keen deployments and avenues of fire from Evenstar with his artillery there. So, well played. Next map going to be Cliff of Beast, so let's go update it for the players. Cliff of Beast. Something strange is going on here, as many of the rocks are levitating. Now, let's go ahead and check out our blue player first, because it is round 3. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so, oh my god. What is this madness? Interesting stuff from Alrik today. We're going to have no infantry. Okay, so absolutely no infantry. We're going to have what looks like 2 Dark Riders on one flank and a third on the other. So 1 with shields, 2 without shields. Oh no, I totally lied. 3 without shields, 1 with shield. We're also going to have 2 Cold One Knights in the center, 2 repeater crossbows. We're going to have 3 Scourge Runner chariots. We got ourselves a sorceress of fire on a horse with fireball and kindle flame, and little else. Malekith up on top of his black dragon seraphim with Gaze of Malice Soul Stealer, and we're also going to have the Raven Herald. Raven Herald's also going to be here in the action. This is one crazy Dark Elf build from Alrik, and we'll see what kind of Chaos Army it's going up against. Got 2 Marauder Horsemen on either flank. Got Chaos Knights with lances, 2 of them, hell yes. Got 4 Chaos Marauders, 2 Hell Cannons, 2 Forsaken, and Sartorial, the Everwatcher. Sartorial going to be bringing Plague of Rust, Searing Doom, and Fight or Die. Man, oh man, this is just the coolest. What? I'm very happy with both of these players. I'm not disappointed in them. Hell Cannons versus Scourge Runner Chariots. This is the most ridiculous crap I've ever seen, and I love it. I would love to play both of these armies. Both of these armies just look immensely fun to play. Scourge Runners gonna be up close, getting to the nitty gritty. Ooh, 1 good hit. Marauder Horsemen are coming in. Ooh! The Dark Riders called their bluff and just smashed them with a devastating volley at the last second. Knights of the Blazing, or sorry, Knights of the Blazing Sun, Chaos Knights with Lances are coming out now. And look at this. Looks like they're going to be getting a charge off into the Dark Riders, but the Dark Riders are just going to be buying time. And now Chaos Knights with Lances in a very, very bad position, as we're going to be seeing not only the Scourge Runner Chariots, but also all of their repeater crossbows flying into them, but they are going to eliminate those Dark Riders in short order. Searing Doom coming down, but Dark Riders with repeater crossbows going to dodge it at the last minute. But oh no! Sorceress of Fire taking a lot of damage. Marauder Horseman on top of her, but it looks like she should be able to route back to safety since Malekith is diving into Sartorial, the Everwatcher now. Both of the Hell Cannons continuing to fire away. Kind of looks like they're just continuing to focus on the Sorcerer right there. It looks like 2 shots going for the Sorcerer that missed. Malekith is just taking out a friendly fire on top of Sartorial. His own Hell Cannon hit him in the face. Searing Doom there to cover his retreat. I love that use of Searing Doom there to just kind of threaten your opponent, but hey, back off. And yeah, Cold One Knight's going to be pulling back out of combat. Hell Cannon's going to be missing some shots, and they really need to be on point. Oh, look at this. Evenstar once again just demonstrating his supreme mastery at the micro here. Oh, but dismounting it doesn't help when it comes to the Hell Cannons, because it seems that once you've fired the fireball, it remains locked on whatever the target was, which in this case was the Hell Cannon, even after he dismounted it. Alright, now balance of power in favor of the Dark Elves right now, and I have to agree with it. It just seems to me that they have the tools to pull this army apart. 1 Hell Cannon has been dealt with now. Other Hell Cannon is, going to get some value there, killing off some repeater crossbows. Over here, Dark Riders just getting so much value, pinning these Chaos Marauders in place so Malekith can charge in, but Searing Doom coming in, and that Searing Doom's going to do a lot of damage. Nicely placed. Okay, Cold One Knights coming around here. Knights with lances coming out to charge these Scourge Runner Chariots, but unfortunately they're just not going to be very well suited to eliminating them from the fight. This Hell Cannon still getting some good value. Knights, or the Raven Herald, look like they're getting attacked by the Chaos Skirmishers, but the Chaos Skirmishers are just really far out of position at this point. We're going to be seeing Dark Riders with shields coming in here to engage the Hell Cannon. First going to be a big cab-to-cab charge between them and the Marauder Horsemen. Malekith going to be over here to get in the fight too. Soul Stealer coming down, and it looks like Sartorial is going to be outclassed. He's not going to want to stay in this fight at all. Scourge Runner Chariots over here do look like they're in some trouble, but Cold One Knights going to be charging in here, trying to counteract this movement. But no, they're actually not even getting a charge order, unfortunately. Just kind of lazily charge in there and be like, oh, whoa, sorry, did I bump into you? Oh, yeah, we got to kill you. Anyways, it doesn't look like it's going to be making too much of a difference, you know, as I look across the battlefield. I think things are looking good for the Dark Elves. The main reason I'm saying this is because they have Malekith alive and well, doing just dandy, and they are very quickly running out of tools to kill Malekith at this stage of the fight. Raven Heralds just eliminating everything at their leisure. There's really nothing here to threaten them besides the skirmish cab, which is nowhere to be found in this area, as you do have all these Dark Riders and Malekith there just to punish the Chaos Skirmishers if they ever decide to get too confident and go against the Raven Herald. But look at this, Chaos Forces bringing the balance of power to dead even, and now the Sorceress of Fire from the Dark Elves is getting eliminated. A huge problem for the Dark Elf forces. There goes their magic. No magic is a big handicap as they go into the late stage of this battle. Over here, I think the Dark Elf player would be best served by maybe trying to regroup a bit, get together with his other forces. He is doing the smart thing with the Raven's Herald, although it might be frustrating to go against. He is just using them to eliminate Sartorial. Sartorial does have immense missile resistance, all the way up at 50% if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, indeed. But still, he's the best target for the Dark Elves right now. I think Alrik is playing this very well, and as long as he doesn't make any big misplays or, you know, Evenstar pulls out an ace in the hole from nowhere, then we're going to be seeing a Dark Elf victory and Alrik winning this 3-0. Oh, did I say no more magics, just Soul Stealers? No, no more magic for Chaos. My bad. No more magic for Chaos because they eliminated the Fire Sorcerer. If I misspoke, my bad. Oh god, I'm stupid. That was a Dark Elf. Forgive me, guys. Anyways, I'm nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Anywho, the Chaos Forces are still fighting to stay alive. HW didn't just say what he said for the last, like, 30 seconds. That was all just your imagination. He never makes mistakes. Over here, Malekith coming in and just looking like he's really itching to finish off Sartorial and take this fight to the end. I mean, Sartorial, unbreakable, so he's going to continue hanging out here. But once he's off the map, then I think it's just going to be a big, clear path to victory for Chaos. Sorry, for the Dark Elves. I can't... Okay, clearly this tournament needs to end because I can't commentate anymore. I'm mixing everything up. This is Bretonnia versus Wood Elves, isn't it? I need a bed. I need to go to bed. Alright, Dark Elf's doing a big push now into the center. Infantry getting charged by Scourge Runner Chariots. Sartorial coming out to fight them. Here comes the Soul Stealer from Malekith. And yeah, Sartorial probably going to go out down for the count with that Soul Stealer. Now we have Cold One Knights fighting against all of these Chaos Knights with lances, but Malekith just needs to get involved before everything in terms of his Dark Elf support routes on the field. But even if they do all route, I still just don't think it's enough. That was the most insane Hell Cannon shot I've ever seen. It literally went like this down on the ground and then it went like that and back out. What the hell was that? But anyways, Malekith, he's a force of nature on top of Seraphim. Can the forces of Chaos do anything at all about him? They have the Raven Herald right now firing away finishing off as many of these Chaos Knights as they possibly can. Hell Cannon gonna shoot them point blank and kill off 2 models. And now checking across the battlefield, but Malekith, for the time being, needs to just stay in combat. Looks like he's just gonna come over here nearby. Oh, never mind. Got some movements on over here that are in combat when you have the Scourge Runner Chariots. Repeater crossbows coming over to fire as well. I mean, can Chaos pull this off without Sartorial? Can they get Malekith the route, or is it just too little too late? I mean, oh my goodness, look at this. He's taking a lot of damage from that charge of the Chaos Knights. Hell Cannon firing away. Ooh, some big damage, but Terror kicking in on top of the Chaos Knights with lances. Terror kicking in on the Marauders before they can even close the gap. Forsaken looking to be worse for wear. Hell Cannon trying to line up another shot, and here it is. That charge brought him just within the range of the Hell Cannon. Could this last shot do an ungodly amount of damage and save the day for Chaos? Oh, it did a ton of damage, and look at this. Malekith is gonna rout. Are you kidding me? Oh, a huge charge from Malekith into the Chaos Knights with lances. Malekith is wavering. Ravens are in combat. Malekith is allowed to withdraw right now, but now he cannot. Are you kidding me? Alright, before I say that, oh crap. Get down on the ground. Oh, Malekith smashed again. You gotta stay on the ground, dude. Alright, so here it is. Friendly fire. Malekith just has to stay in combat now. And unfortunately for him, he's got a whole lot of things to deal with. Forsaken with their ITP, a big problem. They're not going to terror route like everything else in this Chaos army. Malekith may be down for the count, chat. There goes terror from the Chaos Knights. Chaos Marauders are coming in. They're holding strong. You'll have the unbreakable Hell Cannon crew. This is absolute bananas. Insanity. He's going for a charge against the Chaos Knights once again. He's gonna get it, but yeah, he's just... God. That's it. Malekith is out. Game over. That was an excellent game. I can't believe that just happened. That's insane. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this blocker off the screen and get to the fight. Now, going to our red player, Evenstar, who has the Tomb Kings, fighting to stay in this final. He's going to have Skeleton Spearmen. Looks like we're going to have a total of 4, 2 on either flank. We also have Skeleton Warriors. Looks like we're going to have a total of 4 of them in the center. Going to have 2 units of Necropolis Knights with Halberds. We'll have some Sepulchral Stalkers, as well as Ushapti with Great Bows. For the artillery, got a Casket of Souls here in the center rear. And then we are also going to have a single entity terror unit here in the form of a Tomb Scorpion. Other than this, we are going to have this army led by Archon the Black on top of his skeleton horse. He's going to have the Tomb Blade of Archon. Sorry. Staff of Nagash, Liber Mortis, and Spirit Leech. That's going to round out our Tomb King army, and let us see what the Bretonnians have brought for us. In blue, RTK Alrik match point. Going to have Peasant Mob, 1, 2, 1 on either flank. Men-at-Arms in the center, 4 of them. He is going to be bringing Peasant Mob with pox arrows, and it does look like there will indeed be 5 units of those peasant mob with box arrows. Got Knights of the Realm and Grail Knights. So 1 of each on either flank. And then for the leadership of this army, we have a Damsel of Life running in on foot, going to have Earthblood and Awakening of the Wood with Life Bloom. And then we have a Paladin and a Pegasus, and King Lewin the Incurred Paladin will have Guardian, and King Lewin is going to be bringing the Lion Shield, as well as the Sword of Crone and Foe Seeker. Doing some early dodging here from the Ushapti with the Great Bows. Some very good dodging here from Alrik, but also just nice deployment formations here from Evenstar. Sepulchral Stalkers not as easy to dodge as those Ushapti with the Great Bows, as Lewin Leoncoeur just found out the hard way. Yeah, very, very quick direct line of fire. And look at this, the Paladin and Lewin are both going in. They're just charging in after the Sepulchral Stalkers, and I think that's actually a good move. They could probably get some quick early damage done off of them, but they just can't be greedy about it as the rest of the Tomb King forces come in to support. And it looks like the Bretonnians are not going to be greedy about it, pulling right back up in the air and getting out of there. Lewin has taken some significant damage though, so got to be careful and get him healed back up. You don't want to risk getting him routed at some point and him losing access to his passive healing. Over here, Peasant Bowman Pox Arrows are now in range, getting a nice little concave formation to pour some fire into this engagement. Over here, we get Knights of the Realm diving into the Sepulchral Stalkers. Going to be hitting them. A Spirit Leech is going down on top of them simultaneously, though. And we do have Skeleton Spearmen going in with a rear charge to pin him in place. Lewin pretty low on health, but, you know, he's in here with the Paladin smashing around that Tomb Scorpion. And the Necropolis Knights Halberds, you know, going to be having a difficult time as they continue getting arrows poured into them. Awakening of the Wood going down over here into the Skeleton Spearmen, trying to help those Knights of the Realm escape. Over here, Grail Knights hitting the Ushapti Great Bows and doing a ton of damage, and these Skeleton Spearmen are coming over to help counter, but I don't know if they're going to get there in time to save them. Those Ushapti with Great Bows look like they're getting smashed. Over here, Grail Knights running away from Necropolis Knights with Halberds. And then the units of Knights of the Realm have just poured into the center and hit the Ushapti with Great Bows, who were retreating from the Grail Knights on the other side of them. Right now, Bretonnia is starting to look like they're pulling it into a good place, in my opinion. Paladin and Lewin, you know, holding their own in this fight. We have Grail Knights now coming into support from the side, and you're also going to be seeing all of these Peasant Bowmen just continuing to fire in here uninterrupted, minus one of them who got routed by some, you know, long-range fire from the Ushapti. But right now, unless the Tomb Kings get something going quickly, I think they're going to lose their Sepulchral Stalkers, one of their Necropolis Knights with Halberds, and the Tomb Scorpion. That's going to be a big loss. But over here, look at this. Bretonnia, their Damsel of Life, taking a lot of damage from Archon the Black. We do have some Peasant Mob, though, and some Knights of the Realm coming over here to help intercept and support them. King Lewin Leoncoeur still taking a ton of damage. Balance of power in favor of the Tomb Kings at this point. Ushapti Great Bows crumbling, but still firing away. Oh, is Lewin going to rout here? Paladin getting out of there, but not Lewin. I mean, the Paladin might want to turn around, dive in there, help Lewin. Lewin is stuck, and I don't think the Paladin realizes it, and unfortunately, Alrik Rawl. Oh, a Spirit Leech going down on top of Lewin. And this could be the game-losing moment. Evenstar eliminating Lewin. Is Lewin going to survive? He has 408 HP going down by the second. Ushapti summon coming in. And oh my goodness, can Lewin survive? 384 hit points left. Is the damsel anywhere to be seen? No. Archon the Black going after her like it's his job. The Paladin now coming in to fight, though. Can the Paladin turn the tide for the Bretonnians? King Lewin still running away. We'll see if he regains his leadership and if the Bretonnians can begin to regroup at some point. But right now, this just went very, very south for the Bretonnian forces. It does look like you have the Paladin over here getting tangled up by a skeleton summoned from Archon. Archon just focusing on that damsel, and it looks like he's going to be effectively depriving the Bretonnians of any potential heals for Lewin Leoncoeur. We will see what happens, though, from here. 257, man. Archon is not the best in melee combat, unfortunately. Knights are all coming over here. Everybody is trying to get on top of Archon the Black and save that damsel. Foe Seeker popped on top of Lewin. 384 HP. Going to see the artillery from the Tomb Kings begin to wear even more of a toll, but Ushabti summon and the skeleton summon are about to time out, which will help the balance of power ever so slightly. But literally at moments like this in battles, every little bit counts. Archon desperately trying. There's the Spirit Leech. Lewin is going to go down for the count. No way Lewin survives this. No way. 120. There he goes. Lewin is dead. I just don't think Bretonnia can do it now that Lewin's dead. Tomb Scorpion, where is it? Was it killed off completely or not? Don't see really any cavalry left for Bretonnians. Yeah, Tomb Scorpion's just sitting back here with the Casket of Souls. Paladin really going after Archon, though. I mean, Archon, did he just get himself into a position that he can get killed now? That Paladin is having such a hard time getting on top of him. Necropolis Knights with halberds are coming in hot. Damsel about to go off the map completely. Looks like there she goes. Can these guys finish off Archon before the Necropolis Knights get here? And even if they do, will it matter? Knights of the Realm need to turn around and countercharge the Necropolis Knights. Let the Paladin just have another second of time to try to kill off Archon the Black. But there goes a huge rear charge. Can the Paladin do it? And does it even matter? I don't think it does. It's going to be a GG. And Evenstar going to be bringing it back, tying it up 2-2. Evenstar coming back from a 2-0 deficit to tie it up. And we'll see if Alrik can come back swinging at this point and get the victory he almost had in round 3. Or if Evenstar will keep up the momentum and just push on through this, taking the victory. Now, let us start with the vampire counts. Our blue player once again, since we're at the top of the order. So, got 2 Fellbats up in the air. We are going to have 5 units of zombies. Got 2 Crypt Ghouls. Going to have 3 Graveguard with great weapons. We're also going to have a healthy number of Skeleton Warriors. 2 of them, to be precise. Now, for the remainder of this army, we are going to have some monstrous support in the form of a Vargulf. Vargulf, beautiful unit, regeneration, armor piercing, anti-infantry, great against the Dowie. We're also going to see a second one, so a total of 2 of those bad boys. We see that down here there will be a corpse cart and a necromancer on top of a corpse cart as well. Necromancer will have the Forbidden Rod and Van Hell's Dance Macabre, interestingly enough. And then up in the air, besides those 2 Fellbats, we have the 3rd single entity, which is going to be the Lamian Vampire Lord on top of her zombie dragon. She will have Seduction, as well as Lightning Reflexes, Scepter of Stability, along with Raised Dead, Invocation of Nehek, and of course that Pestilential Breath. Now, what have the dwarves brought to answer this vampire army? Well, some of my favorite units in the game, we have Dwarf Hammerers. 3 of them, to be precise, and this is perhaps the one matchup of the game where they can really shine. Now, right in front of those Hammerers, we're going to have 2 Dwarf Warriors with that charge bonus, or charge defense versus large, to kind of break up any big charges that might be coming at the Hammerers. On the flanks, we're going to have Longbeards with great weapons. It looks like we have 2 of them. We have a 4th Hammerer. Are you kidding me? A 4th Hammerer in the center rear. Gonna have 2 Thunderers, a single Iron Drake with Trollhammer torpedoes, a Master Engineer with the Fiery Ring of Thori. And then last but never least, we have Grombrindle, the White Dwarf with Smoke Bomb, and Grombrindle has no fear. And sorry, you have a Flash Bomb, not a Smoke Bomb. You can tell he's angry at me for making a mistake. Slip of the tongue, I swear. I'm actually going to pull that up right now. I believe it is legal, though. 0. Alright, cool, never mind. I see a couple people I trust already in the chat confirming for me. Yeah, Orcs are 1150 and Hammers are 1100. Now, just look at this Dwarf army, just slowly but surely advancing. So much elite infantry here, which is really something you rarely see in matchups besides this one, where the Dwarves, you know, honestly don't need to worry about their elite infantry getting shot to pieces at a distance. One thing I'm very curious to see how it works in this army is no Slayers. They're just completely relying on Thunderers and Iron Drakes, and the Iron Drakes to deal with the monsters. I guess Grom there too, but tend to see some Slayers at least in this army. I find their unbreakable bonus versus large is quite useful. My daughter just broke into the office. Yeah. Daddy's doing a tournament, kiddo. Yes, you can take those, but just leave me alone. Okay, so I'm going to remove the baby from my office. Wow. Yeah, I know. There's dragons and everything. What do you think of these guys? Are they kind of spooky? I know, they're kind of gross, yeah? Like skeletons like in Paranorman? Yeah, skeletons. You want to see little short people like you? Yes. Look at this. You can be a hammerer when you grow up, Frank. That's about your height. Oh, you like the dwarfs, don't you? Wish? Alright. Come on, kiddo. Let's get you to the living room before these two armies come to blows, Frank. Oh. Just doing a quick co-cast with me. Yeah, Romulan does sound different today. He has a cold.
There are no words in college for that.
Huh? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind getting the hacking dog and the adorable baby out. Whoa, go pick him up. Okay, just in time. I'm glad this is a battle of two factions just slowly walking towards each other. My beautiful girl. Mwah. Okay. Welcome to my life, chat. Honking dogs and happy to sad babies. Now, where were we? Looks like they're finally starting to get close to each other on this gigantic map with no terrain features whatsoever. You can see the vampires just slowly but surely taking their time surrounding the enemy from all sides, using the crypt whores with their superior speed to get around the rear. Master Engineer just going to be shooting away at the Lamian Vampire Lord, getting that chip damage. action of this matchup to where a baby can invade the stream for that long and we don't miss anything. Alright, looks like the Thunder is opening fire into the zombies. Zombies, I don't think we're going to mind too much. Very big HP pools, as you can see, and at 100 cost, that is exactly what they're meant to do, is just soak up lead. Evenstar just, holding his ground. Looks like he might be sending some infantry out now to do some chaff cleanup on the zombies. And we will see if RTK Alrik can crack the nut that is this dwarven army. Lamy Vampire Lord continuing to get focused by the Master Engineer. Looks like a breath is about to come down here. Or a summon, I don't even know. No, it's a summon. Okay, that was silly of me. Coming down on top of the Thunders, who are trying to run away, but the Hammers look like they're going to get on top of these zombies pretty quickly. Hack them to pieces. Over here, an Invocation and a Heck on top of the Vargulf, who was taking a lot of damage from the Thunderers there for a bit. Other Vargulf is on top of the Iron Drakes with the Troll Hammer torpedoes. Lamy and Vampire Lord diving into him now too. Grom Brindle the White Dwarf coming over. His Flash Bomb is going to be very devastating if he gets it on top of him, but it looks like the Vampire Lord and the Vargulf were able to stay just out of range. Blasting charges coming out here, trying to catch the Crypt Ghouls with some volleys. Iron Drakes getting knocked out pretty hardcore by the Vargulf, but they still have quite a lot of models left. Danger Donger, thank you for the follow. Your name made me chuckle. Over here, blasting charges going in on top of the Vargulfs. Iron Troll, Troll Hammer torpedoes getting terror routed finally, and oh, a big breath coming in here from the Lamy and Vampire Lord on top of those Hammerers. Now, taking a look at the rest of this battlefield, I can't even tell where the front line engagements were versus the back line at this point. We got Crypt Ghouls going after the Iron Drakes with the Troll Hammer torpedoes, trying to keep them offline. And I think the Vampire's doing a good job of targeting those important units while trying to kind of ignore engagements with Hammers that they know they can't win. But Thunderers over here getting targeted by a Vargulf and the Fellbats over here. These Thunderers finally getting freed up from the Fellbats who have been distracting them. Iron Drake Troll Hammer torpedoes, though, look like they're going to be going down for the count here unless something dramatic happens. Just taking way too much damage. Invocation to Heck going down on top of those Crypt Ghouls. Lamy Vampire Lord going down into the Thunderers. Balance power, still dead even. Over here, Necromancer getting hit by Grombrindle the White Dwarf, and Grombrindle's going to kill him with another like 3 swings, maybe 2 swings. I don't know why he's just sitting there in that combat right now. Does look like we have Graveguard with great weapons perhaps coming over here and maybe able to assist, but there he goes, shattered, Necromancer killed off, and I would chalk that up to perhaps an unnecessary death, but obviously not criticizing in the sense that I could do better, but you know, when you're playing an 8-hour tournament, those are the kind of mistakes that are made. Okay, taking a higher view around the rest of the battlefield, you can see that the Vampires are really, you know, having a tough time when it comes to these Hammerers. You know, he has 2 more breaths. If he gets them well placed and on the right units, you know, he can eliminate most of them that way. But, yeah, right now, you know, his infantry is starting to pay the ultimate price while they're waiting for the Dragon and the Vargulfs to eliminate the Thunderers. So right now, Dwarf's still looking pretty strong as far as I'm concerned. Oh, a beautiful dodge from the Dwarfs there. The Hammer is getting out of there, avoiding the breath as we see these Graveguard with great weapons getting involved. All right, going to see zombie summons going down, as it looks like the Vargulfs are just both going to town against Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. We're going to be seeing the Lamian Vampire Lord diving in here too, getting a big charge on top of him, and it just looks like that's going to be their strategy right now, is just an alpha strike on top of Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, and honestly, it's not a bad idea. It's helping out the balance of power, all the damage they're dishing on such a valuable unit. We'll see what happens. I mean, Trollhammer Torpedo suddenly back online. Got 4 models or 5 models firing away. Down for the Dowie, but not down for the count. Fair enough. But look at this. Balance of power back to dead even. Lamian Vampire Lord is coming through, getting another charge on top of Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, and it's going to be another big hit, followed up by another very big hit. She's got to be careful, of course, with hammers and Grombrindle, but man, another huge hit. Would you look at this? Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, is just taking so much damage. Oh my god. Vargulf, Dragon, everything is going after him. And will he be able to survive this attack? Flash bomb going down. But look at this, the Lamian Vampire Lord. Did she bite off more than she could chew? She's getting charged by Grombrindle, hit in the rear by all these long beards and hammerers, and she is not in a good spot. Look at this, the Trollhammer Torpedoes firing away at her. She's crumbling. Is she going to go down for the count? Oh my god, no, no. Sticky Keys, get off of here. Ah! Oh my god. Trollhammer Torpedoes, all 5 of them that are left are going to destroy the Lamian Vampire Lord. The Lamian Vampire Lord is dead. No way she's getting out of this. It's over. My daughter is broken back into the office to see the final moments of this battle. Will the vampires be able to pull it off, or is it too little too late? Lamian Vampire Lord going down for the count. The dwarves are going to win. A concession from RTK Alrik Rawl. And the reverse sweep coming in from VM Evenstar. 0-2 deficit, winning 3 games in a row to take the best of 5 final and become the undisputed champion of the 3rd tournament in the HW League Season 8.